grow a fern. Me, Ellie, Christy, and Hannah are going to go ahead and help you with that process, and while Jen goes ahead and films it for us. So I'm going to have, first of all, Christy go ahead and explain the cycle of the fern so that you can understand what's happening as you're growing it.
Okay, so the life cycle begins with an adult fern. This adult fern releases sporanium at the top of its leaves, and this sporanium is actually just a cluster of spores that aren't developed yet. And they develop through meiosis and become spores. And through mitosis, they become gametophyte. And in these gametophyte, they are going to separate between male and female, sperm and egg. And sometimes they will be on the same plant, and sometimes they'll be on different plants. And with lots of moisture, the sperm will travel to the egg and fertilize it and become a zygote. And after mitosis, the zygote becomes an embryo. And after development, it becomes a small fern, and the small fern grows into an adult fern. And then the process begins all over again. So now Ellie is going to tell you how to grow the fern.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do in growing a fern is to choose your container. So if it's a laboratory experiment, you'll probably be supplied with a petri dish, which is what we had during our lab experiment. Or if you're doing this at home, you could use a container such as a container that strawberries come in, or any kind of vegetables that have salads and stuff that come to it. The reason why you want to use this is because it has the lid, and the lid helps hold the moisture in while you're growing your fern. They like moisture. Next thing we're going to do is pick our soil. You're going to want top quality soil because ferns are very picky. So top quality soil, like Scott's, it's a good soil. And you're going to take that soil and you're going to go ahead and fill your container. And we're going to just use the pot to give you an example because we have strawberries in our container. But in the pot, we're going to put the soil in there. And then this soil, sometimes it has bacteria and fungus in it, so in order to get rid of the bacteria and fungus so it can have a sterile soil, you're going to want to put it in the microwave for about 3 to 5 minutes. You'll see steam coming off of it. That's a good thing, but you don't want it to go in too long because you will have the plastic container, and the plastic container will melt, so don't do it too long. So once you have your sterile fertilizer, you're going to take your spores, and they're really, really small. They come in like almost the size of a fingernail polish bottle, but there's like hundreds of them in there. So you're going to take those and you're going to sprinkle those on top of here, on top of the soil. You don't need to knead them in or anything. And then we wait. So we wait about 6 to 8 weeks before we start seeing signs of growth. And what you'll see is about a 3/8 inch growth of green on the bottom. And if you see too many of them together, you're going to want to go ahead and separate those, because if too many grow together, you'll only have male organs, and we got to have our female organs.
And don't forget to water.
Yes, you will want to keep your fertilizer, or your soil, you'll want to keep that moist. Not too moist, but not too dry. So check it once a week, make sure it's moist until it starts growing. Now once you get it growing into the male and female organs, once they get their male and female organs, that's when they're going to start fertilizing. So the male organ is going to drop the sperm down, and it's going to swim over to the female egg to fertilize. So that's where you'll probably want to keep sprinkling and sprinkling, but don't keep checking your soil, but sprinkle so that it can swim over there. So after that, you're going to want to wait another 6 to 8 weeks, and then you'll start seeing your little babies growing all around, and you'll want to go ahead and separate those once they start growing into what Christy explained to you, into the baby one, and it's going to grow into the sporophyte, which is the adult one. So we're going to want to separate those, and you take that. So we're going to want to separate those. You'll need probably gardening shovel, you want your gardening gloves, and then you want your watering pot. So you go out and you'll plant these separately, probably around springtime. Keep them inside until then. And then once you're done, you'll have your finished product of your fern. Well, I did leave one thing out. While the fern is growing, you'll want to put it by the window so that it can get some sunshine. Not direct sunshine, but some diffuse light. Thank you.